My name is Gloria Leal, and I'm an attorney and government affairs consultant, also known as a lobbyist. I know that's got some negative and positive connotations with a lot of y'all, but I think that the industry and the profession is a little bit misunderstood. The term lobbyist is said to originate from the lobby of the Willard Hotel. The Willard Hotel is located across or catty corner from the Capitol, across from U.S. Commerce. And the story is that President Grant used to take cigar breaks in the lobby of the hotel, and therefore the people that would congregate in the lobby to visit with the president and to influence the president became known as lobbyists. There's a lobbyist is defined in Webster's online dictionary as someone that is attempting to influence legislation. Virtually every institution has a lobbyist. Anyone that petitions the government or legislator to voice an opinion is functioning as a lobbyist. What you need to remember is that lobbying is a regulated profession. It is regulated in Texas by the Texas Ethics Commission. The definition you need to remember is that lobbying is direct communications by a person with members of the legislature or executive branch of state government to influence legislation. A person may be required to lobby, can be a corporation, association, or an individual. There's two requirements for you to be a registered lobbyist. You need to have been paid, reimbursed, or expended certain funds in a certain amount. In Texas, it's $1,000 per quarter in the state. At the federal level, it's $6,000 per 6 months. There's different type of lobbying arrangements, direct, paid, pro bono. But what you need to know, and if you need more information, and if you think you're functioning as one, you need to go to the Texas Ethics Commission, where all your reports and registration activity is available online, and you are required by law to register online. With regard to the legislative session, most lobbyists are active during the session. As you know, our Texas legislature meets every 2 years for 140 days, and you'll have all kind of players there, direct lobbyists and pro bono type lobbyists. The role of a lobbyist during a session is to monitor and track legislation, influence, educate legislation, file a bill, amend a bill, pass a bill, kill a bill, facilitate deals, and build and maintain relationships. And you have to admit, the social relationship component is a very, very integral part of lobbying. If you want to become a lobbyist or you're interested in that, you have to know the legislative process, and the system is designed to kill bills, not necessarily pass bills. So when I get a client, I usually ask them, what is it that you want to accomplish? You have a wonderful website at Texas Legislature Online that provides you all the information that you may need on how to advise your client and get it bill information. There are paid services, and most of us use one or both. You can search specifics of legislation by having the bill number, the word or the phrase. For lawyers, you can look up a section of affected, for example. If you think that there's a section that somebody might be playing with, you can look that up. You can also track legislation through your mobile devices like an iPad or an iPhone. You can get bill tracks, you can create bill lists, you can get committee alerts. That's all available on Texas Legislature Online. You can also access legislative activity during session. You can view live broadcasts of the House and the Senate while they're in session, committee hearings, press conferences. Everything you need to know is available online through this service. During the interim, as we are now, the focus shifts to the agencies where agencies are attempting to implement or do rules, draft rules to implement legislation that was passed. There's the pathway to become a lobbyist. There's no education requirement per se. Few lawyers are lobbyists, even few lobbyists are lawyers, but I do believe that lawyers are held to a higher standard. Invariably, I'll be at a hearing or a meeting with various lobbyists, and the legislator will turn to me and say, okay, counselor, what's your opinion? I believe that the effective lobbyist knows their stuff, has a reputation for honesty and trustworthy, has an extensive network of contacts, and treats the lobbying profession as a full-time job, as a profession, and not a part-time job. And that's me on the Hill, lobbying. And then the next slide is going to have some venues here in Austin where I practice in front of state agencies. There's the Capitol, There's Texas Department of Insurance. There's the Railroad Commission. I practice oil and gas, energy, transportation, and water. And the little building on the right is where I have some of my social interaction. At the end of the day, being a lobbyist is driven by relationships, and I thank you very much.